Hey, this is Bill from Organized Themes. I'm going to show you right quick how easy it is to install WordPress. Your web host may provide you with a one-click installation or some other install script. You are more than welcome to use that. Might make life a little easier, but installing it really is a piece of cake if you need to go it your own. First of all, you go to wordpress.org/download, or you can click over here on the download tab. That'll take you to the screen where you're able to download WordPress. We want to click right here. That'll bring it to our local computer. Once we have it, we can either put it back on our web host via FTP, or we can install it locally, which is what I'm doing here for this screencast. The next step is to go to the URL where WordPress will be installed. For me, it's a local installation, so it's at localhost and then / the folder that I've got it installed at. That should bring you up to a screen that looks like this, where you can create a configuration file. So we're going to click right there. It's going to give us on this next screen the database variables that we're going to need. It's going to be a name, a username, a password, and the host. So once we've got all that, we can click Let's Go and begin putting it in. First of all is our database name. I've set this one to be screencast. The username, since I'm installing this locally, is root, and so is the password. If you're going to be doing this actually on a web server, on an internet-based site, then you're going to want something a lot more secure for your username and password than just root. The database host, a lot of times this will just be localhost. Sometimes it'll actually be a full URL. If for some reason the installation doesn't work and you know that you have the database name, your username, and your password correct, then it's probably going to be the database host address that's wrong. That threw me off the first time I installed WordPress back in the day. The next option, we can choose a table prefix. By default, WordPress goes with WP and an underscore. We're going to want to change that to something else that'll make it harder to guess. So I'm just going to call it fix. And then click submit. Everything worked out great, so we can now run the install. First thing we're going to do is add a site title. Call it screencast site. For username, by default, WordPress used to go with admin. Now you're actually able to choose whatever name you want. You could use an email address if you felt like you wanted to do that, or you can even use uppercase and lowercase words. So we're going to go with my name, Bill Robbins. You're going to want to enter in a strong password. And you're going to want to change your password from time to time so it's harder for people to break into your site. Then we're going to want to enter in our email address. That will link our account to our Gravatar if we have one of those. And it will also be useful in case we ever forget or lose our password, then we can reset it that way. Last option is to allow your site to be indexed by Google and other search engines. If for some reason you don't want to have your site indexed, you can always unclick that and they will leave you alone. And then you just click install WordPress, take it a second, and then we have success. Last little bit is just to go on and log in. Click remember me so it'll know that I'm here. We're logged in and we're ready to start creating our content. Hope you enjoy WordPress.